I learned nothing about mermaids at all. I really like Matt Reeves and his setup for it. I mean, it's an interesting direction. I don't think it's something from the comics which hasn't been really explored yet. You know, it's kind of crazy shoes to fill. I mean, it's interesting what the different directions you can take with it, and that kind of, for in some ways quite a specific character, there's actually quite a lot of leeway. I mean, when you look at the different tones of all these movies, I mean, and the TV shows, I mean, you can do quite a lot with it. Yeah, I mean, like Batman was really the only kind of superhero who I really had any kind of connection with when I was growing up. I mean, and really, yeah, from the Tim Burton ones. I mean, I just kind of was obsessed when I was a kid. I don't know. I mean, it's very, very, very daunting. It's weird. I'm quite glad I'm doing Chris's movie right now because I've got something else to be nervous about. So I haven't got enough anxiety space in my head to really get too anxious about it yet. So I'm kind of quite happily just like figuring out how to do things without really thinking about the pressure yet.
Where were you when you learned that you were going to be cast as the next Batman?
I think my first day with Chris Nolan, which is pretty insane. That is, I'm not allowed to really talk about anything, but he's the best. Like, he's the best, and like, it's kind of, I mean, it's definitely unlike anything I've ever worked on. I literally started the year without a job. I'm like, oh, okay, we're for a year now. I feel like I've never really had the opportunity to like just say, oh, I want to do this, and then it just happens. I've made it clear to directors who I want to work with, like, you know, if you ever have anything, I'll drop everything and do it with you. But like, you can be on indies. I mean, I was doing this movie Waiting for the Barbarians, and I ended up being in Morocco for months and having tons and tons of days off in between when I was shooting, which is kind of what it feels like on a studio movie. And then something like The Lighthouse, like, you know, you were just like, it's just every minute of the day, like late working until 6 o'clock in the morning. Things change very quickly sometimes.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. Surprise, surprise, Robert Pattinson teasing all kinds of details about the Batman Matt Reeves movie. It's actually going to be a trilogy, so he says a whole lot more than what's in that clip, so we'll break it all down. It's been a very Batman character kind of week because we had the Birds of Prey trailer yesterday, then both of my Joker videos a couple days before that. But if they're getting ready to start shooting the Batman movie and casting the rest of his supporting cast like Catwoman, the Riddler, Penguin, then it makes total sense that they would use this opportunity to hype up Robert Pattinson's new Batman movie. We're doing a movie ticket giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave your best new Robert Pattinson Batman theory on the video. The really funny thing that happened while I was making this video is Tom Holland released a separate Spider-Man video. During that, he totally stans Robert Pattinson's Batman. Here's the clip of that.
How good would Tom Holland be at playing Batman? Well, I wouldn't be as good as my friend Robert Pattinson. He's going to kill it as Batman. I don't even know if that's actually true. Is he actually playing Batman? Yeah. He is? That's sick. He's going to kill it. And I wouldn't want to go up against him because he's a bit of a beast.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Are you doing Batman?
Where is she?
Okay, that's not even the right cinematic universe.
As funny as that is, the larger Robert Pattinson interview was done with Variety, so we'll just go down the list breaking down all the important stuff from that. Also, fun fact, he said that he talked to Marvel a couple years ago about playing a character in the MCU, but nothing ever came of it. I think I know which character he's talking about, so I'll mention that at the end of the video after I talk about the Batman movie stuff. But really funny, he starts out talking about how he learned that he won the Batman role while he was on set for his first day working with Christopher Nolan, Mr. Dark Knight Trilogy himself, on the brand new Tenet movie. That's the new movie with John David Washington in that special teaser that they only released in theaters. You may have heard about the secret new teaser for the Christopher Nolan movie that no one is allowing to be posted online. Warner Brothers keeps taking it down every time someone tries to post it on social media. Robert Pattinson is playing a character during that. That'll air sometime after Wonder Woman 1984 next summer. So we'll see Robert Pattinson in a Christopher Nolan movie, fun Batman tangent, before we see him in the actual Batman movie, which is supposed to come out summer 2021. He said that he wore the Batman suit already. He didn't say which bat suit. He didn't say if they were costume testing for his new version of the Batman suit or if he was wearing someone's old Batman suit. Because if you've ever seen any of the auditions from Ben Affleck or Christian Bale's Batman audition, they both wore Val Kilmer's Batman suit during their screen test. This is actually a clip of Christian Bale auditioning for Batman Begins in Val Kilmer's suit.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. Trouble?
Nothing I can't handle.
He knows who was at the docks.
He won't talk.
He'll talk to me. Who was Falcone at the docks?
I don't know, I swear to God.
Swear to me.
What in God's name are you?
I'm Batman.
If you look really closely, you can probably see him sweating bullets through that suit because the auditions take forever and it's super hot on that set. Robert Pattinson's quote about the actual batsuit he wore, though, just said, "You do feel very powerful immediately, and it's pretty astonishing, something that is incredibly difficult to get into physically, so the ritual of actually getting into it is pretty humiliating. You got 5 people trying to shove you into something, and once you got it on, it's like, yeah, I feel strong, I feel tough, even though I had to have someone squeeze my butt cheeks into the legs." He makes special note of the fact that the way that they're making the new Batman movie and the story they're telling is something that no one has ever done before in previous Batman films. He's mostly talking about doing a younger Batman, but not necessarily redoing the origin story in a linear way like Christopher Nolan did during Batman Begins. He's born, parents die, he screws off to the League of Assassins for training, then returns to Gotham to take the mantle of the Bat. The new Batman is meant to be a mid-20-something Batman who's still pretty early in his career, but it's not Frank Miller Batman Year 1. Reportedly, the story is a more literal adaptation of Long Halloween and Dark Victory, which, as he says, has not been done in the movies before. Other Batman films have borrowed elements from Long Halloween, but no one has straight up tried to do a Long Halloween movie. If you're a longtime comic book fan, though, you know that Dark Victory is the sequel story to Long Halloween, and Haunted Night is kind of the third story in that Long Halloween trilogy. We learned a little while ago that Matt Reeves is supposed to be doing a new Batman trilogy, so it makes sense that they would adapt those 3 different stories or elements from those stories for the next 3 Batman films. They won't be literal page-to-screen adaptations, just in the way that Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy was inspired by a lot of classic Batman comics like The Killing Joke, Joker's 5-Way Revenge, Batman Year 1, but they weren't literal page-to-screen adaptations. Fun fact too, Christopher Nolan also revealed that he borrowed a little bit from Batman The Long Halloween for Dark Knight. It's one of the most iconic Batman stories of all time, so of course everyone's gonna borrow a little from it. There were people inside Warner Brothers that were describing earlier versions of the script as being a version of Batman Mask of the Phantasm with a few different characters, but I think the idea is that because he's doing a detective thriller style Batman movie, it'll be much more in the tone of that, even if they don't borrow a whole lot of story elements from Mask of the Phantasm. Right now, the rumored rogues gallery is Selina Kyle Catwoman, the Penguin, the Riddler, Two-Face, Mad Hatter, and Firefly. No word on who's playing those characters, but there was a rumor circulating that Vanessa Kirby was one of the top picks for Catwoman. She was just in Hobbs and Shaw, but I like her better during Mission Impossible Fallout. A long time ago, there were also some rumors about a Robin appearing in the movie, but unless Matt Reeves comes out or someone with the movie and clarifies, I don't think there's going to be Robin during this movie. They're still trying to make that Nightwing movie, but with the way things are looking, it probably won't happen for like 6 or 7 years because they're expecting Robert Pattinson's Batman trilogy to blow up huge. And the problem they have with that is that his Batman is so young, so in a couple years when they eventually get to the sequel, and he's still really young, and Robin would still be really young if they eventually introduce him during the trilogy, that it creates all kinds of timeline chaos and confusion for the casual, non-comic book fan audience that's going to make up the majority of the box office for these new movies. So if you wonder why they're sitting on that Nightwing movie and you haven't heard anything about it, it's probably because they're expecting these new Batman movies to be so big. We had Nightwing on Titans anyway this season, so if you want to see some Nightwing, just keep watching Titans on the DC streaming service. But for those of you asking, which Marvel character was Robert Pattinson talking to them about? Well, it was around the time they were getting ready to make James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy, so I think there was a brief period right after the Twilight movies ended where they were talking to him about possibly being their Peter Quill Star-Lord, because around the time he would have been auditioning for them, that's the only real character that he would have fit in terms of age. There weren't that many other younger people. Everybody post your theories about the Batman movie on the video. I'll do more videos as we get more details and they start releasing more information. I just did a video for that viral Birds of Prey trailer. I'm expecting a bigger version of that to post online sometime in the next couple of days. So while you wait for everything, click here to rewatch that Birds of Prey trailer and click here for my non-spoilery Joker movie review. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.